Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is December 27th, 2024. For the sake of documentation, I am going to share this video. I want to look at my sign on December 12th, the midweek point of Hanukkah, but I also want to focus on the phase of the moon, between the phase of the moon where I received my sign and the new moon, which was like a day or a day and a half later. My sign came on a dark moon, and so I want to, beyond the fact that it was, my sign was in the sun, I want to take a look at the phase of the moon on the day of my sign, December 12th, 2012, and compare it to where we are now. And, as we're coming up here on January 1st, the Israel-based observation, December 31st, global observation of the next new moon, which would be, according to the Hebrew calendar right now that we're in, would be the end of the 9th month and the beginning of the 10th month, right in the middle of Hanukkah. Obviously, there's so many things we could talk about there. And if we look at the last day of the year and Enoch being raptured on the 365th day of the year, or in his 365th year, he was 365 years old for some reason. The Bible tells us that Esther was taken into the palace, and she was wed in the 10th month. So we have the new moon of the 10th month, and it's still in the middle of Hanukkah. Okay, so I just want to put some things together here. For the sake of documentation, more than anything, I want to just bring this information out. I'm sure that a lot of people will be able to see new things from this. Okay, so the new moon, December 31st, global observation, Israel, January 1st. Very interesting. Okay, Wednesday, January 1st will be the new moon. All right, we've already talked a lot about Wednesday. We were watching Christmas. And we're still in Hanukkah, but New Year's is also on a Wednesday, so take that into account. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to find the phase of the moon, exactly where the moon was based on its relationship to the sun on the day of my sign, at the exact moment of my sign. So the first thing I did here is I changed this to Jerusalem time. My sign came at midnight on Jerusalem time, December 12th, 2012, midnight, going into December 13th. So I'm going to go back here to 2012. Okay, then I'm going to go back to December 12th. And then in Jerusalem, the time was, okay, the first thing we're going to notice here is I'm going up to the time is that the moon is before the sun. It's not after the sun, okay? My sign came here before. Okay, if we go past my sign, this was my, okay, here, 23, 59, 59. Okay, there, that was my sign right there. So the moon is before the sun. It has not gone past the sun yet, okay? This is the important detail that I want to consider, where the moon was in relationship to my sign. If you go forward here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so you got to go past my sign a number of hours, maybe even 24 to 46 hours before we come to a point where the moon is going to be seen again. All right, it's not the new moon sighting that was important with my sign. My sign was the sun, and the moon was completely dark. Now, if we go back to Okay, go back to the exact moment. I put this into a screenshot too, so I don't have to get stuck here as the time clicks away. I put this into a screenshot so we can investigate this. But if we look at this moment, okay, where it's clicking on to midnight, we're going to see that the moon is illuminated to 0.3%. The moon is illuminated to 0.3%, and the moon age is 29 days old. In other words, we're at the last day of the month, and in the next hours, the moon is going to go past the sun, and it's going to start a new month, and then the moon age is going to click over to 1. Okay, so this is the end of the month. It's before the new month, and the moon is illuminated at 0.3%. Okay, so we can see this here exactly. I took a screenshot of this exact moment. This was the moment of my sign based on Jerusalem time, December 12th, 2012 at midnight. This is 23:59:59 second to midnight, okay? This is the phase of the moon, 0.3, okay? 0.3%. illuminated. In other words, this is like as close as you can get to a black moon, dark moon. The moon did not give its light. There's scriptures about that, right? The moon will not give its light. Okay, well that's where the sign came, and the moon age was 29 days old. All right, let's go back here now, and we're going to go to today in 2024. Okay, and we're going to follow the moon here. Okay, on December 29th, it's illuminated 4.4%. We have to go one more day. December 29th, midnight, going into December 30th. It's already, it's illuminated at 1.3%. Okay, so we still have to go farther. 1.3% on midnight. If we go one more day, then it's 0.2%. So we've gone too far. Okay, we've gone too far. So we have to go back now. There. So 0.3%. Let's see here. Okay, right here. That's the first hour of the day that the moon is going to be illuminated at 0.3%, just like mine was before it arrives at the sun. And so this is Jerusalem time on December 30th, 6 p.m. If we go forward from here on the 31st, it's showing up at 0.0 days old. In other words, this is the new moon beginning here. But that's based on the conjunction, but it's not based on the sliver sighting yet. So we have to go forward more. They're actually saying that globally, the new moon sighting will be December 31st, but it won't be sighted in Israel until one day later. So I'm going to put these two screenshots together in one page. But before I do that, just make sure you see the details that I'm talking to you about, that I'm trying to reference to you. That on the day of my sign, at the moment of my sign, the moon was illuminated 0.3% before it went past the sun. That was the day and the moment of my time of my sign. If this is going to play into anything, I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, all I can do is, I'm just documenting this for the record, just in case. But my sign was so real to me that I have to document this. Whether anything's going to happen here or not, I have no idea. Okay. So I'm just trying to fulfill my calling and get the heck out of here. I mean, at some point, God has us on this journey for a reason. I mean, He has us watching the signs for a reason. He called me to do what I'm doing for a reason, and I may not even know what the reason is yet. I mean, why am I even doing what I'm doing? I mean, this is just, for 99% of the world, this is complete insanity. I mean, maybe we're the 1%. Okay. Just like the illumination of the moon on the day of the sign. We're the 1%. I have no idea, folks. I'm really, yeah, you can say whatever you want to say. Am I grasping at straws? The other thing about my sign is, it's the constellation, Ficus. This was the day of my sign, but let's see what we're going to find in 2024 on the new moon of Hanukkah, the new moon during the week of Hanukkah. Let's see what we're going to find. Okay, and this is 2024. It's no longer connected to a ficus. Now it's connected to Sagittarius. Anyway, here is the two conjunctions from my sign. 0.3% moon illumination before it goes by the sun. Okay, before the new moon, and then the new moon in the world is not going to be until the evening of December 31st, and they're saying that there won't be the new moon in Israel until January 1st. So I guess what this would say to me, if my sign is connected to when anything could happen, then starting on December 30th, around 4, 5, 6 p.m. in Israel, would be the site, would be the new moon, would be the moon as it was in the phase of my sign, and then we would watch through the new moon of December 31st or January 1st, based on the new moon sighting and coming up to the new moon of the new month in the middle of Hanukkah. This is what I wanted to share with you. Like I said, I don't know what to expect or hope for from this. I just want to document this, and we all just want to get out of here, right? And we know that the signs are ripe. Okay, well, thank you for putting up with me today. Thank you for your time. I pray you guys are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.